Hello, guys. Welcome back to an episode of Old Reader, New Reader. What's up? How are you two doing?
Good. And
Doing
how's
all
everyone?
right.
Yeah. How's everyone in the chat? I see Jack said it's his birthday next Friday. That's awesome. My birthday is on Tuesday of next week, so we're kind of like birthday buddies.
Happy December birthdays. I hope you both get to do actual birthday things,
Maybe.
despite it being, Christmas time.
Yeah.
What do you know that we don't? Like actual birthday things.
I didn't do actual birthday things this year
Parties.
either. So
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say mine was like canceled.
my goal for next
Yours
year,
was?
whenever we're able to see each other, is to have one of those big, like, Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec parties where it's all the holidays in one.
That's awesome.
That's what I want to do. That's going to be my housewarming party. That's the
Every
goal.
holiday,
No, you put all the decorations up.
even Cinco de Mayo
All of them.
and St.
Arbor
Patrick's
Day.
Day. Arbor Day.
Arbor Day, Boxing Day. We don't have a Boxing Day here, but that's
No, we don't. We could celebrate it.
Day. We didn't get to do that,
No.
All of
So hopefully everybody's gearing up towards Christmas, and if you celebrate it, and
Yep.
you got all your gifts bought for your loved ones, then whatnot.
Yep.
So
It was exciting. Finished that up this weekend. Now we just got to.
Nocturne, that's cool.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
She got the COVID-19 vaccine. Cool.
How's she doing?
I heard it knocks you out the first few days.
Hopefully
Really?
amazing, right? Nocturne, like she's
Yes,
better
hopefully.
than ever.
Yes, hopefully no crazy side effects or anything.
I just hear from people being disappointed that they didn't get a chip when they went to get their vaccine. They're like, I was promised a chip, because everybody has a conspiracy that if you get the COVID vaccine, you get a chip.
Yeah, they created.
That comes on your
chip.
phone.
Yeah, I think everyone knows where I am, anyways. Because I mean,
Yeah, the
most on
social
Pokemon
security
Go right now.
You have a
Yeah.
social
They think I'm
security
in
number.
pain, so
Okay, good. Nocturne says she's doing great.
Good,
awesome.
good.
That's good to hear.
The only side effects I want are superhuman strength, invulnerability, and maybe some speed. That would be really cool, like some super speed.
I want to be able to swing through the air like a spider.
Yeah, that's a radioactive spider. I'm being more realistic.
Maybe.
with
You sure?
super strength and super speed.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
I
What
want
are we?
to be super strong and look like Cara Dune,
Oh
but without
man.
like the bad
Yeah.
parts of her, like the good parts,
Yeah,
the
we
bad
finally finished.
parts of her.
like the
What are
actress.
the bad parts?
You
Oh,
mean the actress?
The
Yeah.
actress herself. Yeah, all Corey because she has such a beautiful face. I was like, yeah, and she's a real fighter. She's a real.
Oh my God, that woman. That I know. Maddie and I are both like.
I can't anymore. We can talk about another time. That
Yeah.
can be for a later Q&A. All right, so Nightwing Year One. What's up?
Yep.
Yep.
Hey
Nightwing
guys.
Year One.
So
So-
this was another one of my picks for the month. Short book, not very long at all.
Six issues.
Yes, that was kind of a relief. I didn't realize, or I guess I did realize 'cause I own it, but
Yeah, and you two both have different versions. This is great because you have the pretty card cover, Amanda, and we look like
yeah.
Omer's got the trade. I read it on DC Universe.
Oh, nice.
What's
You
cool
still
about
have DCU.
those hardcovers is that the spines, and it keeps me from getting that. So the hardcovers, like the spines with
Yeah.
with Nightwing Year One, they match up to like Robin Year One and Batgirl Year One. They were all written by Chuck Dixon.
Mhm.
So, and they're all wonderful. We should
Yeah.
do more Year One stories, but
I've read Batgirl and Robin Year One, but I have it in like a dual. It was like a
it's like a trade
dual
paperback. Yeah,
trade paperback with both of them in it together. Yeah.
yeah. It's it was good.
I'll have to check that out because I love Chuck Dixon.
Yeah, I really did too.
Well, don't find out more about him.
Oh
No. She's like,
Just
what?
don't Google him like you
I-
did, my girl. On no, he's a good guy. He just has different opinions than you may. So
I mean,
let's
Let's dive into.
he's not canceled or anything, nothing crazy. But he is my favorite Nightwing writer, and he is amazing. So let's talk about Nightwing Year One. This takes place during Chuck Dixon's. Well, actually, no, he was off the book when this happened. Chuck Dixon had a huge run of Nightwing. Actually, as a matter of fact, he wrote the ongoing series of Nightwing, teamed up with Scott McDaniel, and then eventually Greg Land, who some people love, some people hate. And then he left the book. Devin Grayson came on and did some really messed up things that I know people that read Nightwing did not like. And she is known throughout the world of Nightwing just for fucking up the character and what he did with Tarantula. And it's really messed up and creepy. So Chuck Dixon was asked to come back to do a 6-issue series throughout the issues of Nightwing. And he teamed up with Scott McDaniel. And together they wrote Nightwing Year One. Not to be confused with Robin Year One when he was Robin, because this is Dick Grayson.
Yes.
So he started off as Robin. That's another story. This is how he became Robin to Nightwing. And it is so cool because it is still in continuity, even though he added things to it. A lot of these things took place during the Judas contract, New Teen Titans, during the post-Crisis on Infinite Earths with Batman finding Jason Todd trying to steal the Batmobile tires. So it's really cool how he was able to go back to that time and write the story and then add different elements. So let's talk about it because it's only 6 issues. Which one of you ladies wants to take it from there? By the way, the deluxe edition is the only one still in print. This thing's long out of print.
Yeah.
That's a lot prettier than this, though.
Oh yeah, the looks.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty. I like the cover, and I think I got it. Yeah, I ordered it. So
Okay, good job. All right, ladies, who wants to take over? What happened in the first issue? How we introduced these characters?
Maddie, go ahead. Tell them how they're introduced.
Okay, I was gonna let one of you take this one because basically he's on a mission. Wait, I can't. Someone else got to take it.
Okay, so it starts out with
mission with Batman. It didn't go well.
Yeah,
and he got yelled at, so he got fired.
Yes, so
that was it.
That is what happened. He was pretty much he nearly missed a call from Batman to help Batman fight Clayface, and because at this point, Robin is a very busy dude. He's doing stuff with the Teen Titans. He's doing some side stuff. He's got girls. He's got, Corey and Batgirl. Barely. He's got it.
Oh my God, my boy, that collar, boy.
I know he gets around. I would really have a crush on.
How
Dick
charming
Grayson.
is he, though? Oh my God, he wrote the best Nightwing. He wrote the best Nightwing.
He's so charming. I had a little bit of a crush on Dick Grayson. I always have one though. But anyways, so he's in pursuit of Clayface. Not only does he show up late to help Batman, but then he kind of goes off and doesn't really follow orders, I guess, to a T, and it almost results in a near failure of the mission. And when they get back to Batcave, Batman is pissed and he lays into him and basically tells him he's fired. He's
spending too much time with the Teen Titans, and Batman's like, I need you here in Gotham.
You're supposed to be my second, my lieutenant. You're supposed to be here the whole time. But you obviously don't have your priorities straight, which is, he's just hurt.
Yeah.
And,
Bruce has a lot of
feelings. And he's hypocritical. As
Super
we see immediately following this.
Yes, right. So what happens basically after he gets kicked out, what does he do? He decides to seek advice from Superman, Batman's best bud, who clearly knows who he is and his secret identity or anything like that. So then we have him now in his street clothes because he wasn't allowed to take his costume with him. So he couldn't take the Robin costume.
That was a cool Easter egg too.
Yeah.
When Batman, I'm sorry, let me find it
really
quick. When he got fired, Alfred was in the middle of working on a new costume for him, and it's literally the Earth 2 Robin costume, because Robin in Earth 2 in the Silver Age had grown up into a man and became, and that's the costume that he was making for him. So I thought that was really cool.
Well, that was a great point too, because at that point too, he's also talking to Alfred, and he's like, "Well, I'm not going to take anybody else. I'm not going to do that. I don't need anyone else." And he's like, "Well, do you want me to tell Barbara Gordon you're not going to work with her anymore, or the Outsiders?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Shut the fuck up, Alfred."
Yeah, he's like, "Alfred, I'm just mad.
I'm just upset. Okay, I don't need anyone."
How dads do it when their sons don't do what they want. That's how that is.
Right. Absolutely. You're like, fuck it, I don't care. Do my own thing anyway.
Exactly.
So he feels betrayed by, Dick Grayson, even though Dick has a really good line in here where he's like, you can't stay a boy wonder forever.
No.
And but anyway, go ahead, Amanda. Let's keep going with where this eventually takes Dick Grayson.
Yes. So where it takes Dick Grayson is he goes to Metropolis to pretty much talk to Superman. Obviously, when he's there, he kind of helps take down some more thugs. But once him and Superman get to talk, Superman pretty much talks about, he gives them the idea of that Nightwing character because he talks about a superhuman or a superhero on his world named Nightwing.
All these comments in the chat I have to keep showing because everybody's using Dick and YouTube keeps blocking it, so I have to keep hitting show.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, because man.
It's fine. You all keep.
What if your name was Dick, though? What if your name was Dick?
Like Cheney.
My papa's name was Dick.
Exactly. That sucks. I guess I go by Rich.
I'm from Kentucky.
No, was his name Dick or was his name Richard?
Richard.
Okay.
And everyone calls him Dick, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, question: the whole
yes,
Nightwing getting his name idea from this character. That's canon.
That's canon. Okay.
That's really
happened.
interesting.
And later on, the characters of Nightwing and Flamebird, that was sidekick, take on, was it Action Comics during Jeff Johns' run, like as a backup. So you see like those characters come back.
Yeah.
So, okay. This all really happened. If you read
this one, where it just felt like a really random.
It was so random.
I wouldn't understand this is a retelling of things that are already like canon established.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay. It's just so cheesy. Oh, Nightwing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a great name.
It's a great name. So basically, he goes.
Dibs. He just literally called dibs on.
Yeah.
Nightwing.
Yeah. So they go to the Fortress of Solitude to have a conversation, and pretty much the idea here is Dick's kind of doesn't have a place to call home right now anymore, right? Because he's been kicked out of the Batcave, and I'm assuming then the mansion and everything like that. And Superman's like, this is my place. Where's your place? Which leads them back to, is it Haley's circus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
His circus, yeah. So the place where he started, right, where him and his parents had their flying trapeze act.
Flying Graysons.
The Flying Graysons.
And even better, when he gets there, we get to run into Deadman.
Deadman, yeah.
Well, initially his brother first, who's taking on like the stage name Deadman, who isn't actually Deadman, right? Yeah. Not the powers. But Boston himself does show up.
He does, which is really
cool.
I
love Deadman. So I was stoked. And to see the collar inspiration for both of them from the carnival for their costumes was great.
Oh, yeah.
And to see Boston anytime was wonderful.
Yep, and this happened too.
Oh,
she
cool.
takes on the Flamebird. Yep. It's a lot of and I like the inspiration to Deadman's costume from the Flying Graysons.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all about that collar, lady.
Yeah, the collar is something else.
That collar.
I'm glad they let Boston keep that look. Even though Dick eventually gets rid of it, I think it's a good look on Boston.
And this is where he picks up his sticks, too, for the first time.
Yeah.
Like at the circus when he's trying to help people out.
Yeah, he's trying to fight that. He's trying to fight the, what's it called? The lion that kind of went off its rocker.
Yes.
And he had it right in his mouth. Like, can we do this every night? He's like, you're not going to pay me more, are you? No? Okay, never mind.
So this is some of the Scott McDaniel's artwork that you'll be seeing in this particular collection. So this is also, of course, it's deluxe.
Very 90s. Very. That's almost cell shade look where like the outlines of characters are very thick.
Yes.
Very like a anime feel to it.
Yeah. Which I always kind of like that goofy 90s like comic book art style too. So we don't go too far, like some old Arsenal comics, but this looks good.
Yeah.
So what is happening in Batman's life during this time while Dick is with Haley's circus? What's going on with him?
Jason Todd.
It wasn't a quiz. I'm sorry. I was just trying to get the conversation going.
That's when he gets Jason Todd. So we get bits and pieces of it, right? Where he's like, I found this kid. And then Jason
it's got him like tied up to a chair when Alfred walks down there. And he's like,
what on earth?
I thought you were done with kids. It's so weird, right?
You lost your mind.
Taken out of context, that would be a really weird situation to walk down to.
Yeah.
Being
And
that it's Batman, you're like,
girl.
you found another protege.
Right.
Good
Right,
for you.
he's full of shit.
Yeah, he is.
And naturally, he's like, I'm just going to talk to this kid. And, Jason ties on the costume, ends up becoming a thing, which is a perfect thing to include in here because the whole jealousy and like feeling like he's being, replaced is essential to this part of his growth into Nightwing. Because a big old slap in the face. And Bruce knows that too.
Mm-hmm.
He knows.
He's doing it on purpose.
He's upset that Dick didn't come back right away.
Yes.
There's a lot of things. No, I'll save that for after when we talk about the actual story. What else happens? What else happens in these 6 issues?
Yeah. So basically, after he has a talk with Deadman, and he decides to take that inspiration for the costume, and he creates his own costume, and heads back to Gotham, and turns on the bat signal, and Chief Gordon comes running, only to find out that Nightwing it wasn't Batman at all, but some dude. He's like, "Who are you?" And he's like trying to give him clues that he's actually Robin, and he's like, "I'm in town."
You gave me this wall star. It's me. It's Robin. See, you remember me, right?
Gosh, and that cheesy line about like, "Hey, I heard your daughter's really nice." Like,
yeah, exactly.
She's lit, and she's already creeping in the background too, listening.
Because that's Barbara for you. And so, in the meantime, you have, Batman and Jason Todd. He's already tried on the costume, and then you have Nightwing starting to fight criminals, and he gets a little visit from Batgirl, and they have fun time fighting together, and then they have a little bit of a date night.
That was cool.
Take her little bat motorcycle and drive through, get some food, and
which he tries to gave her. He tries to get fresh. That's right, but
I love that little like. She's like, wait a second, because his hands are right here because he's behind her.
Yes,
and she's like, no. And then they get food that she has to pay for, and then they almost make out. And she's like, wait a second, are you still dating that Spice Girl? And
yeah,
like,
I know. I love that one.
Yeah, the tall, beautiful, long-haired alien. Because I don't think she would like this. So let's just like.
It was in a different area code. It didn't count.
She's like, let's keep this strictly business.
That's Dick Grayson for you.
Oh,
yeah, I love that dude.
Real quick, before we continue, I want to address this comment before we lose it.
Sure.
But Tyler's new.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Tyler.
And
hey, Tyler. Welcome to the channel.
Why the name Old Reader, New Reader? Well, originally, we've been doing this for 2 years now, which is wild.
Yeah, 2.5.
Amanda and I are new readers, newer.
Yes, newer.
Because we had just started reading comic books a few years ago.
Yes.
And Omar is the old reader, and that's why.
Yes.
Not as an age. Just
so it's longer. So the idea
is really long reader and short readers. That's what I should have called it. We probably would have gotten more views that way.
I don't know. Yeah, a show that they're talking about Dick Grayson. Probably isn't a good.
I'm gonna get so demonetized for this.
She's right. That's kind of what it is. So basically, it started off with Omar taking some of his favorite stories and having us read it for the first time and seeing how we react to it as new readers. Whereas he's, rereading them and seeing if anything's changed as far as his opinion of it.
And it's been wonderful. It's been an amazing ride. Sometimes I love these two, and sometimes these two break my heart, but that's okay. You learn to roll with the punches in life. Not everybody's going to be into the same things you're into.
Exactly.
But they better be into some damn Nightwing Year One is all I'm saying. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, so then after he has a little date with Babs, he kind of tells her he's going to make a name for himself. So he goes to visit some of Batman's old villains, like the Joker, when they're in Arkham, and it's like, look, remember me because now I'm back and here's what I'm doing. And they're kind of making a name for himself. So obviously,
how weird that is.
That is so weird. He's like, remember
understand why he was like, I need somebody to know.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go to the prison and just be like, hey, just so you know, I'm not Robin anymore. I'm a man adult.
I'm a man.
Okay.
But of course,
Dick
I know, but of course, the whole reason he's doing this is so that it leaks back to Batman. He's back in town, and now he has his own identity. He's his own man now. He doesn't need Batman anymore. And of course, that's how those issues kind of end, with Batman seeing it on a surveillance screen. And so he decides that it's time to put Jason Todd through the gauntlet. And one of those parts of the gauntlet is, I guess, to fight Dick or team up with Dick.
It didn't go as planned. It didn't go as planned.
And it's such like a glow up to your ex deal, both of them. Because they're both trying to be like, I'm good. I'm better now. I have a new outfit. And then Batman's like, I've got a new child.
Yeah, so there we go.
Okay.
And the dynamic between both of them are so different. Like Jason Todd is kind of Jason Todd. Like if you're familiar with that character, he's always been the same. This little
he's sassy, he's rebellious, and
super
coming from Dick Grayson, who is literally Wonder Boy. He's like the epitome of Wonder Boy. He's trying to do everything right, and even though he was doing everything right, it wasn't good enough for Batman still. So they have that dynamic versus Jason, who's like, screw you, I'm gonna make my own way. I'm tough. I'm from the streets.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna steal a car. Here. It's the bad guy's car, but I mean, like, it cancels itself out, right?
Yeah, and which is why, it led to a lot of us kids voting for him to die in 1987 because we couldn't stand. He was a brat. He was so different than Dick Grayson, and but that's okay. It all worked out. He ended up coming back. So we got just a couple more things to talk about, then we can talk about the book itself.
Yeah. So Batman has Alfred dressing up as Two-Face, and he's playing his chauffeur. Well, they run into a little bit of a trouble, and Batman gets hurt. Alfred gets kidnapped, and so now it's up to Nightwing and Robin to go save Alfred, pretty much, because while Batman is getting healed up at the moment. So they have to go and they have to save Alfred, and they manage to. And then when all's said and done, Babs tells Nightwing, hey, he wants his bat all back at the cave, and Nightwing can't do it. He has to go back. He instead writes, the whole time there's this narration that he's giving, and it's the letter he's writing to Batman, telling him why he did the things he did, how he was feeling, and he doesn't go and see him. But then later on, he gets a visit from Jason Todd with a present from Alfred, and it is a snazzy outfit. Just a better version of the one he was wearing, with some razzle-dazzle on it, and pretty much he used the robin egg blue as inspiration, and thus
so sweet.
Nightwing is born.
And then he goes and fights Deathstroke and takes control of the Teen Titans again and leads on that life. And
I do want to mention in that last issue, there was a point where there's a really good line from Barbara where she wasn't gonna be a part of it because she was listening in, she knew what was going on, but she's like, I just gotta tell these boys everything. This is ridiculous.
Yes.
Which I think is so her.
She's these boys all in their feelings right now.
Batman will never take me as his true protege, but I still have to just help these guys. This is ridiculous.
If I was Babs, I'd be so just annoyed with it.
She should
all
be.
of it.
She should be. She's too smart for them.
Mm-hmm.
I love. Oh my god, this book. Whew. It brings me a lot of happy memories. This is the kind of Nightwing I like, right? There's no baggage. It's just happy. It's adventures. You get to see his relationship within 6 issues to Batman, to Batgirl, to Robin, to see the character that he is. How he's just such a likable character, and then you see why people are drawn to him. You see why he has this amazing supporting cast, and this happened at the right time because. If you were reading Devin Grayson's run, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Something horrible happens that you're like, this is not Dick Grayson. What the hell is happening? So this is like a throwback to this almost Age of Innocence, and there's so much of this that I enjoyed. What did you all think of the artwork?
I think it wasn't so much of the innocence. It was he was just balanced well. Dick felt like real Dick Grayson, and I think
innocence compared to what was happening in the book.
Understands too that some other iterations of Dick Grayson, like the show. Right? Titans, and like some other things that he's gone through. Rick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
The comments.
Someone's like, don't mention that.
He did a really good job of showing his like feelings, his complicated feelings towards Batman, who basically raised him, right? His complicated feelings with the role itself in a way that made him very dynamic and interesting without having to be edgy. You don't have to be edgy to show those feelings, those complicated feelings of growth, of, feeling different than, you were supposed to be, not meeting the expectations, not fitting that role anymore. And I think this did perfectly.
Because we already have a Batman. We don't need another broody character. We needed somebody that balanced him out, and that's what Robin was for him for so many years. And we talked about the artwork, and both of you liked the artwork. Amanda, what did you think of McDaniel's artwork?
I really enjoyed the artwork. It was a different feel from a lot of the stuff that we have been reading, especially in the last month, because, all we've been doing is Marvel. So this is, except for Omega Man, but even that is not the same type of artwork that we get here. It has a very distinct 90s vibe, right down from, like she said, the heavy strokes into the coloring as well. And I really liked that. And it just, for me, it made the story feel very alive. So I really enjoyed the artwork that Scott McDaniel did.
Yeah, and I love 90s artwork. Because I grew up with a lot of, I didn't read comics then. I was always drawing, so I did a lot of, how to draw comics books at a lot of those. And it's all that style. And so I like it. It's very nostalgic for me. It's kind of cheesy. It's very cartoonish. It's fun. And I thought it was a fun way to explore Dick Grayson's origins for me.
Yes, because I always wondered how he ended up as Nightwing. I've heard, I've read Robin Year One, and you've seen all the stuff about how he becomes Robin, right? So it's always interesting to see him becoming Nightwing. I read, the Grayson omnibus design.
Right.
Like a spy. Sexy.
Yeah, that's a little, that's a lot. That's oh my goodness, that's about 15 years after this.
Yeah.
I think this really captures that, the kind of character that he is. There's a lot of things that are left unsaid too. That's why I love this book. Between him and Batman.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get talked about until years later. Nightwing, and then this is a little bit of a spoiler, but we did talk about it, but Nightwing doesn't come back to the Bat books until Jason Todd dies.
Wow.
When Jason dies, Batman needs somebody. And Nightwing eventually realizes that it's not him. Right? It's not until about a year or so later with A Lonely Place of Dying, with the introduction of Tim Drake, that Batman, that Dick sees that he's like, okay, this is the guy. This is who you need. Mm-hmm. Tim Drake's I love Tim Drake. I'm a big Tim Drake's my favorite Robin. And everything that goes unsaid in this isn't resolved until much later.
That's
because
crazy.
He sees Bruce like a father figure, right? He says you did the best that you could.
Yeah.
But Bruce didn't know how to be a father because he didn't have one growing up. He had Alfred. That's a little bit different than the way that he was a freaking, machine fighting crime.
Bruce is very emotionally immature. He's very smart.
Yes.
Right? And he's good at studying people, but he's good at studying people the way that I watch this Criminal Minds, but Matthew Gubler's character is. He's very logical, but he's not emotionally intelligent, and yet he has a lot of big emotions he doesn't know how to deal with.
Yeah. Which
is why he deals with things the way that he did in this. And I think Dick is aware, but he's almost like a pity way. It's he is how he is.
Reading this as a parent is so much different than reading this when I was a teenager and in my 20s, because I feel like that's the way a parent is. You're gonna let your kid make mistakes on their own, but you're always gonna keep an eye on them, right? And which is exactly what Bruce does. He lets them go. He says, "Okay, you no longer want to be a part of this. Get out of here."
Yeah.
Everybody gets in fights in families. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
But deep down, you still love each other, and a lot of things get not said, and I love that, and it's not resolved until freaking the very end of Nightfall. At the very end of Night's End, Dick Grayson's like, why didn't you ask me to be Batman? Yes, like that guy you don't even know. And dude, the line that Bruce says, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's like, I let you grow up. You became your own man. You had your own identity.
Yeah.
This wasn't you anymore. And he was like, and I guess that's the way it's always been between fathers and sons. And and they hug each other. Oh man, what a beautiful moment. And yeah, I love this book. I think this is a phenomenal introduction to anybody that wants to get into Nightwing.
I would agree. Yeah.
Anything else that you ladies want to add that you liked, you didn't like, other than the weird Joker thing?
No, there's not. I mean, honestly, there wasn't much I disliked about it. It was a very good, well done, like, introduction to Nightwing and into Dick Grayson, because you get a really good, very quickly understanding of his backstory. Even before Batman, you get a quick, understanding of where he sits with the Teen Titans, especially when Donna calls, and because Gar's making breakfast as an octopus for some reason. I don't know why.
That was cute.
One hand or two hands, but you get all those relationships, everything so quickly, but it in a very meaningful way, because his whole backdrop with all of with his letter for Batman, I think that was poignant. And you're right, nothing gets resolved with him. That the only time him and Batman talk is in that first issue, right after he gets, and you never see him talk again,
which is good. That matches them.
Yeah,
they're both kind of prideful. They're both not really good at doing emotions in person, but that's because they were raised. They've grown up together.
Yes,
and Batman's not good at that. But that's part of his appeal,
Yeah,
awkward.
It's
just awkward.
There's some people like that. There's some people in real life that are like that. So yeah. What okay. And for anybody that's read this, and you ladies, what would you give this book out of 10?
I give it a 9. I think it is what it is. It's good.
Yeah,
it's really good. It did what it set out to do. Wrapped up well. I think it's a really good story.
Yep, 9 out of 10 for me too. Solid artwork, good story. Dick Grayson, I'm good with it.
10 out of 10. I love this book. It's phenomenal. It's probably one of the best Nightwing stories, and Chuck Dixon wrote the best Nightwing stories. And his run means a lot to me.
10 out of 10s.
His run means a lot to me because it brought me out of this weird place where I was kind of lost in my life, and I was getting into trouble and doing community service, and I found a stack of. I talked about this in my graphic novels I'm thankful for. And it means a lot to me. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
That's really sweet. I always love hearing, like, it makes me so happy to hear about different comics, how much they can like affect you at the time that you read them. When people dismiss like the medium as a whole, they forget there's a lot of stories that really can mean a lot. And I have a lot of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's good.
Have we ever given anything 10s across the board? There's been a couple.
I think we have.
I know Maddie and I both Swamp Thing. Those were both 10s.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have given 10s across the board. I'm trying to think of what.
The Dark Phoenix Saga, I think it was 10 out of 10.
No, it happens.
I'm trying to think. There were a couple of books that we all agreed on, though. It was all of us were like, yeah, 10. This deserves to be.
God, I'm trying to remember.
Maybe it was Mouse. Maybe it was something like Mouse.
Maybe it was Mouse. I think it was Mouse, because that just is phenomenal.
I had to look back through my like reads of this year anyways to put together like my top 2020 reads.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
Batman Year One, I can't remember. We reviewed that 2.5 years ago.
But
so
did we all give it a 10?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think we did.
Well, it was a great book. Don't get me wrong.
I am also really looking forward to this, by the way. Tom Taylor's taking over Nightwing. And
is he?
He said he's going to bring the relationship of him and Babs back with some very...
I like that.
So I'm excited for that to happen.
Yeah.
I am stoked for all the new like creator lineup for next year. And maybe it's because I'm looking for just anything positive. But I'm excited about a lot of different books next year.
Yeah,
And
I've
that
seen
sounds
some.
good.
I've seen some of the lineups. Like, I know Bendis is taking JLA. I know that Mariko Tamaki's taking over Detective or Batman. One of those.
I think it's Detective Comics.
I
And
don't
then
see Peter Tomasi's name though, so I don't know where he's going to end up.
Jean Luen Yang is going to be doing.
I like
Superman,
that guy. That's the other book that I really enjoyed
which
this year.
man, yeah, a Superman smashes a Klan.
That was amazing.
I also
That was
read
good.
his.
But Basketball
Dragon
Diaries.
Hoops.
Yeah, Dragon Hoops. Basketball Diaries. That's the Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Yeah, where he talks
Dragon
about
Hoops
wanting
was
to work on it, and I was like, oh,
awesome.
yes, it's so good.
Yep.
I need to read his. I want to read the rest of his books. I'm trying to put together like a list of like Asian American comic book creators that I like.
The new Superman was solid. He had a run on Superman that was it was okay, but that's because he was kind of also taking over the book from another writer. So okay, so Mariko Tamaki might be taking over Detective. I know it's Detective or Batman.
That's awesome.
Which is really exciting because I love everything she does.
I've not. I really liked.
She's a good fit for Detective Comics.
I really liked all her independent stuff, but She-Hulk was good, and then she did that Wolverine book that didn't really go that long. It was only 12 issues, but
well, her Supergirl being super was perfect.
Oh yeah, Did we read that?
We read Super. Yeah.
Oh
Supergirl
yeah,
being
we did.
super.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I
With Joel
talked
Jones.
Yes.
Oh my God! Yes, I do.
If I'm not invited, I will throw everything.
I am so. Oh my God! You
that
I'm not gonna spoil anything for anybody, but the final episode brought tears to my eyes for many different reasons. Not
also because he found out that Peyton Reed directed it.
Shut up!
And he hates the Ant-Man movies.
I hate the Ant-Man movies.
But he loves that final episode of Mandalorian. I was like,
you just had to like.
Reed, he's got it
for me, don't you?
But Peyton Reed could be a good director. Just gotta have some good scripts.
Honestly, the savior of that season was the writer. What is his name? That dude is amazing, and that guy is going to blow up, and people are going to be hiring him left and right. And of course, Kathleen Kennedy, like she hired all these people. So I mean, people a few years ago were like, she's destroying Star Wars, and now it's like, oh yeah, I guess she's okay.
Well, and she brings Jon Favreau, I think, just as
yes,
he just knows how to reinvigorate properties. I think. I mean,
so yes, we can maybe soon, okay, before everybody stops talking about it, but absolutely. With spoilers.
The child stuff. Also, I finally, after years of years, I have seen all the Star Wars movies as of
nice.
I had only one movie left, and it was Return of the Jedi.
And why is it the best one?
I really liked it.
I love Return.
Chris feels the same way. So I watched it the day before the Mandalorian finale. So, and I'm watching Clone Wars. I'm like a real.
Yeah, Clone Wars is solid.
I'm not salty on everything, but like I'm like getting there. I'm like getting on Star Wars. Okay.
Oh man, you gotta.
I read Star Wars by Jason Aaron. Now
your little Trekkie badge for a lightsaber.
Yeah. No, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, that's gonna happen, Maddie.
Yeah.
Just
I'll trade in for a Mandalorian helmet. But
we got a super chat. Happy holidays, all. In 2021, let's use your powers to get some Marvel UK epics and proper size, oversized Death's Head. Dude, I love Death's Head. I would love collections, but then it would have to include Transformers and Doctor Who. So I would be all over. Oh my God. I hate sand.
I hate sand.
I don't know how often I quote that. I'm excited about that.
Can you believe Rambion? Oh, Rambion, anything he does. I love
that guy's awesome. I really like his writing. Mm-hmm. Episode 3. No, man, you're entitled to your opinion. That is really cool. That's Revenge of the Sith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Return of the Jedi is one of the movies my dad went to take me to go see when I was a kid. So it means a lot to me. And, it's a little dynamic between father and son. So it's really cool. That's why that final episode. Oh, my God. But what about you, Amanda? What's your favorite Star Wars? I know you're not a huge Star Wars fan, but everybody's got a favorite.
But enough. Oh, God. My favorite movie?
Mm-hmm.
It would probably be... I would probably be Return of the Jedi.
Really?
Well.
Awesome.
Yeah, but followed closely. I did like Revenge of the Sith really a lot.
Nothing wrong with that. Revenge of the Sith had an amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, I did. I did go the Duel of Fates. Yeah, it did. I did go see it midnight showing. You know, by the time that came out, I was 15 or 16, 17. I forget what year it was.
2005, I think. It's when that one came out. Yeah.
Okay, so I was like 18.
Yeah.
19.
Don't age yourself. Don't age yourself.
I love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan, so that's what makes me excited.
Man, are you
excited? A TV show?
I'm excited for his TV show. I'm excited for Hayden Christensen. Maybe he's gonna come back with some better acting.
I can't believe they got him out of retirement. That's crazy to come back.
Super excited for that. I mean, they got this boat. Like they just have a lot of great stuff coming up. So.
Oh yeah. Now until we get better. All I want
is Thrawn, so I'm waiting for a live action Thrawn.
I'm sure that. Well, now there's
his name was mentioned in the series.
Never mind.
It made me really excited. So I was like,
spoiled something, but there's a potential for him to show up 3 different places.
Okay.
With the lineup of TV shows, and of course that's in the next 5 years, right? Like this is the next 5 years.
Well, and they mentioned him too in this show. Was it Bo-Katan mentioned Thrawn?
Can't spoil it, people.
Oh, sorry if you haven't watched. It's not the last episode. It was like one of the other episodes or something.
Everyone, just go watch the Star Wars Lego Holiday Special because it was really good.
What?
Yeah, I want to watch that.
I haven't seen that. No. I don't know what that is.
No, it was the Master. It was the lady who had that. Never mind. Okay, it was the Master.
Speaking of Star Wars, I can't wait to pre-order that Dr. Aphra omnibus just for the variant cover because it's very cute.
Yep. Those are selling pretty well, so I hope the Old Republic sells well so we can get Darth Vader Volume 2 and a Star Wars Volume 2. That would be nice.
It would be nice from the re-release.
Vader's Vader's out of print. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We could do fan casting. That would be fun. Actually, the guy who played Ozymandias would make a good Thrawn.
Oh man!
So I can't not remember that guy's name, the actor.
I
have a recommendation for you guys.
I've read it. I liked it. Mike,
you liked it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really good.
It's cute. I liked it.
It's a parody kind of Conan and other things like that. Because the main character is basically Conan, except for he's dealing with very large creatures. And he rides a pug. It's great.
And I know it hits close to you because you have a pug.
Yeah. I too have a pug.
Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I want so much to play cool. Dr. Aphra. I'm sure that character... I know with all these Star Wars shows and stuff, man, those comic books, literally the comic books that everybody wrote off as non-canon, and the novels too, have just skyrocketed now because now everything, even the legacy stuff, now everything has a chance to actually be part of the canon because this is like, okay, sure, throw that in. Yeah, whatever. That character.
What I'm hoping for is the Knights of the Old Republic games because I've been playing through that and with BioWare releasing new stuff. I know we don't talk about video games as much right now, but I want more of that because you get to do that kind of stuff and be a Jedi, but also romance. And so I hope more of that. Because I love Mass Effect for that reason.
Adam Scott for Reed Richards.
No. Okay, listen.
Adam Scott.
No. Who's Adam Scott?
You mean from Parks and Rec? Leslie Knope's boyfriend, Adam Scott? No.
Rahul Kohli, from iZombie and The Haunting of Bly Manor. That is my pick for Reed Richards.
Who is he in Haunting of Bly Manor? The chef. Yes.
What's his name? Comic book fan. Okay.
The one who's in love with that dude, with that lady. Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Rahul Kohli. He's a huge nerd. He's perfect.
But can he act?
Yes, he can.
I think I misspelled the dude's name.
Oh, yeah, he was good. Just go to The Haunting of Bly Manor.
I don't know. This
similar facial hair.
It's going to be interesting to see who they cast for these. They didn't give us a year yet, too.
Jessica, he fan casted himself as Ezra from Star Wars Rebels too. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was a nice zombie TV series.
Yes, there was.
It was really good. I heard the comic book's not as good, but the iZombie show was really good. Especially if you like Veronica Mars.
I was going to say it was very CW-ish because I started watching it and I don't think I never finished season 1.
It is a CW show. It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Yeah, Rob
CW-ish.
Rob Thomas, who did Veronica Mars, also
Yes.
was the showrunner of iZombie. So it's very similar, which is my taste. It's
not Rob Thomas Matchbox 20. Rob Thomas.
Well, they make that joke in the show.
Do they really?
I feel like we've had this conversation 2.5 years.
Oh,
I need to watch iZombie then, I guess.
You would love it, Amanda.
I feel like I would. I don't know. I think at the time it was like I wasn't watching as much CW by the time it came out, or it was just Vampire Diaries, and then that was already losing its steam for me.
Luckily, it's all out, so you can just like binge
on Netflix, right?
On Netflix, yeah. You would love it.
What comic book should be made into a live-action movie? Freaking Nightwing Year One, dude.
Everything.
I want some. Yes, I would like a
Nightwing Year One, and you cast. I don't know who to cast this Nightwing, honestly.
Yeah.
Somebody really super sexy and can do a bunch of stuff with his body.
Tom Holland?
No.
I said super sexy.
I'm just kidding. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of television and a lot of movies I'm excited for in 2021.
I just want Red Sonja, please and thank you. Thanks.
That's right.
We got another super chat from Lionheart. Thank you so much, brother.
Lionheart.
Hope you're feeling a lot better after your surgery. To Omar, Maddie, and Amanda, aka the Trinity. Thank you.
Zac Efron.
He's gotten too old for Nightwing.
That's so sad. He's only in his 30s.
Well, because I mean,
I know.
I would love Zac Efron as that.
Me too.
How is he in his 30s?
Yeah, he's around. He's a little younger than I am.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably 33 or something like that.
Dude, I do not acknowledge damn Titans at all. Like that show. I didn't even. I think these two ladies finished it. I couldn't finish it.
But Maddie's watched season 2 and stuff, right?
No, I only season 1. And my friends were asking about it because they were like, "Aren't you gonna watch? Aren't you excited?" And I was like, "I'm a huge Titans fan, and I feel like this weird like personal closeness to that series that it hurts me, even though I love Donna.
Yeah,
it hurts me too much to see it because I get so wrong."
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. That's not the Titans.
I just don't. Yeah, that first season, nothing. Yeah, I love Raven, and I just did not like the take on Raven because I was like, "That's a great character, and it could be so." But I didn't like the take. The guy was Beast Boy isn't bad. Brandon Thwaites as Nightwing. I'm not sold on him as Dick Grayson.
We have a super chat from Brandon. My son will be 24 in a couple of weeks, and having said that, the relationship between Bruce and Dick really resonates with me now more than ever.
That's awesome.
Well, don't be just like Bruce. Tell your son every once in a while that you love him.
Yes.
Bruce forgets from time to time, and it's not until his life is in peril that he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I love you. Thank you for helping me." That's not how life works. But thank you so much for the wonderful super chat. And yeah, Titans was just not for me. Even from the trailer, I was like, okay, they're trying way too hard. And I wanted to like it. And honestly, the cast was okay. I think it just needed a better directing and better writing. The cast was okay. I totally crush on what's her name? Mika Kelly. Thank you, from Friday Night Lights. Oh my God, that woman. Oh my God. But it was just not that good of a show.
I think Stargirl got it right where Titans got it right.
Yeah, I finally wrapped that up. I love season 1. Love season 1 of Stargirl.
I am obsessed.
So I hope it comes back in 2021.
It will on CW.
It's not an HBO Max thing now?
No. So
really?
CW has it. Same way that CW has Swamp Thing. Which could give us a chance at getting a season 2 potentially.
So CW also has Swamp Thing? Because I thought Swamp Thing was going to HBO because it suits HBO more than CW. Well,
currently, CW is showing Swamp Thing. It has as a new show, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which is, it makes me hopeful because Swamp Thing's really good. I'm like halfway through. Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Wonder Woman hype.
Yep.
84.
I booked a private theater.
You too, huh? My goodness. How many can you sit? 20?
I think it's like
10?
20.
A lot of people have done that. It wasn't that bad either, because people have told me how much they paid.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how big the theater is, because I was like, I don't know, I can't envision how big it is. I'm like, I can invite more people, but at what point is it like unsafe?
Where? Wait, which theater?
I would tell you, but that would tell people where I live.
Yeah.
All right, text it to me.
I will tell you after.
And then I will tell everybody. There was a good question here. Oh, this is a good question from Malachi. What is your favorite superhero movie? All three of you. That's a good question.
Oh my God, there's so many superhero movies. What is my favorite of all time?
Avengers, the first one. I love it. It's perfect.
It is perfect.
Other than Captain America's outfit, it's perfect.
It's either
I
Avengers.
love it.
It's a tie between Avengers and Spider-Man 2, the Raimi series. Spider-Man 2.
That's a good answer.
It's beyond one of my Spider-Man 2.
Not that any answer is wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, unless you say Catwoman.
Listen to Catwoman. Or Ant-Man and Wasp.
Or Ant-Man and Wasp.
I mean, that's hard.
What about look? Jack already said. Where's Hayden? I haven't seen Hayden.
I know. Hayden wasn't on here.
I haven't seen Hayden in so long. I haven't had a chance to use this in so long. Look at that. Catwoman. All right. What about you, Maddie?
You know, it's hard because like I think more recent ones it would be between like Guardians 2 and Wonder Woman, because that was my like start into comics. But man, I can't help but go back to like old 90s Batman.
No.
I love them.
Really?
They're like comforting. Because
which one is your favorite though? Out of you're talking about the Kilmer or the Clooney one, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I can't believe it.
Is it the one with Mr. Freeze or is it the one with the Riddler?
I don't know. It's a hard pick.
Not really.
I love all of them.
Yeah,
not really.
Here's the thing. You know, you said that you saw that Star Wars movie with your dad, right?
Oh, okay.
I watched all of the old Batman movies with my dad, which is why Seal song Kiss from a Rose is my favorite song. I'm going to have it at the wedding. It's all because of the fucking dumb 90s Batman movies that I love. So it would have to be one of those.
Okay. So then that's the third one. That's Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the one with Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, and they're all, cheesy and bad, but I like them.
No, that's good. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there. Obviously, a lot of us went to go see it in the movie theater. But it was enough to make oh wow. I forget Mask of the Phantasm. Dude, I went on a date. And my entire purpose of that date was to go see Mask of the Phantasm. Like, I don't care if the girl was not in the comics. I was like, hey, you want to go see a movie? And she was like, yeah, cool. I took her to go see Mask of the Phantasm. She was so confused. I don't care. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, like that.
We have a lot of good answers, though. Elliot said Matilda, which I think is fitting. I love Matilda.
What? Is she part of the Avengers Initiative?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Wouldn't that be great, though? I would read Matilda comic. Oh, man.
Sergio, good night. Thank you so much from Spain. Release the Schumacher cut. I think that's what we got. The Schumacher cut.
Yeah.
We got
it's hard to choose like what. Like I think 10 or more years ago it'd be easier, but there's so many good comic movies now. We've gotten really lucky. We have great comic shows and movies and video games, like wild.
And now these comic movies, or at least the TV shows that are going to be coming out that Marvel is putting on. I mean, the quality. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
We watched The Mandalorian. I thought the production quality of The Mandalorian is just as good, if not better, than some movies with like special effects and stuff.
Well, yeah, Mandalorian to me is better than all the Star Wars movies.
Yeah, I mean, it is fantastic.
Okay, I think I agree with that statement, but I don't know yet. I think I have to watch it again. No, the statement that Maddie made.
No, that
Mandalorian might
I would agree with that. Because
Elliot talked about often. We were like, because he's like, the Star Wars movies are the weakest ones. That's the weakest media of the franchise. Because it's so good.
Nostalgia goes a long way with me, though, and that's why I love the first. But there's so many problems with the first three movies, whether the dialogue or just the.
You mean the prequels, right?
No. I'm sorry. Hold on, Mian. I promise I'll get to you. I'm talking about the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6, when it was just called Star Wars. It wasn't called A New Hope. there's so much pacing problems. Like, it was wonderful and awesome for the time, but the more you look at it back then, like, I was like, damn, that's a lot different than I remember. But like I said, nostalgia goes a long way, so that's why I hold them up so high. The other ones I can judge all I want. Because...
Well, yeah, and I just watched those 3 within the last year because I talked on the show that I'd never seen them. That was my biggest like geek secret, right?
Yes.
And so I just watched the originals within the last year, and I was like, these are good, but they're fine. But again, I don't have the nostalgia related to it.
Yeah.
I love Return of the Jedi though. So
because now, which Return of the Jedi did you see? Did you see? I assume the
newer one because they added
edition.
in
that Hayden Christensen was in there at the end.
At the end, yeah. But I thought it was fun. I thought they had more stuff to do. I really liked it. It was just it was more fun to watch.
The original Chub Chub song, and anybody that's ever watched The Return of the Jedi knows exactly what I'm talking about, was so much more epic than that stupid song they played at the end of the freaking remake. It's all about Chub Chub. Anyway, let's go back to Meow Nyan's little
comment.
Not little, I'm sorry. Returns is so weirdly sexually charged. I thought Schumacher was the origin of the naked muscle man statues. Nope. That started with Returns. That's all Tim Burton, man.
That's Tim Burton.
But, I mean, Schumacher had his own things, too, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the bat butt and the bat nipples.
Loved it.
What's funny is I didn't know he was gay until he died. And my brother was making fun of me. He's like, "You've seen Lost Boys, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." How did you not know he wasn't gay? I'm like, "All right." Have y'all seen Lost Boys?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, the over muscular, sexy,
that's
oily
right
rub
there.
like jazz saxophone player,
Yes.
like, just out of nowhere, like in the middle of the movie.
More queer
right.
superhero movies.
What's that?
More queer superhero movies.
Lost Boys.
Lost about that.
And then there was somebody else. No, Corey, we did not forget that movie. Amanda and I actually reviewed
that movie.
Yeah, that was not that good.
Mm-mm.
That was not that good. Yeah, the epic sax man. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just
I
out of
feel like
nowhere.
I just recently saw a meme about that not too long ago, too. Like, it's popping back up for some reason. I don't know why.
Popping
Back in a few years. I did a whole bit with that in college that I thought was really funny. It was not funny.
That scene went on way too long for you. Maybe I don't see it like that. Maybe I was like, maybe that awoke something in me. I don't know. But it didn't, by the way. Jack, shouldn't you be in bed? Jack, you're like, how old is Jack again? I can't remember.
17 next week, so he's 16 right now.
Jack, you're going to be 17 next week.
But he's probably on Christmas break.
Oh, okay. Well, you can stay up for another hour, man.
Yeah, I still got to read my kid this. Lyndon brought me this thing she wants me to read to her.
Peanut butter. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it.
St. Elmo's Fire. Dude, I love that movie. Love that movie. And the soundtrack. Oh, my God. They play that soundtrack in Spider-Verse.
Yes, they did. Because you're like, what?
Man.
We also did Elektra. We did Elektra, or did we do Daredevil?
We did Daredevil.
No, we haven't done Elektra yet.
We have not done on wasn't really that bad. We did
nor Steel. We haven't done Steel yet either.
We would put it in for a vote, and no one ever voted for it. So
I think we also put in What's Up? Cyclops is better than Wolverine.
Hey.
We definitely put that in. What's it called? Meteor Man, and nobody voted for it. And nobody wanted to watch it again, I guess. All right. Well, ladies, let's wrap it up. We gave it 2 9s out of 10.
10?
A 10 out of 10. One more thing I was going to suggest to both of you, and I meant to ask during before the show.
Yeah.
Is it okay to split up the 2 Jonathan Hickman omnis in between 2 shows?
That's fine.
Will that be okay? Because I think it's not really a lot, but I just want to be careful. I don't know. I don't know how you.
Well, it's going to be cognizant of holidays.
Yeah, we got.
So I think
on the kind of crazy.
On the 29th, let's do FF by Jonathan Hickman, Omnibus Volume 1, and then on the 5th, kicking off the new year, we'll do FF by Jonathan Hickman Volume 2.
Sounds good to me.
And so everybody, spread the word, or just stay tuned.
I'll put
social
it on
media.
Social media.
Yeah. Get a face tattoo, Jack. And don't
No,
forget the Black
do
Friday.
it.
I'd never say that to anyone.
You don't know if he's going to be a rapper. He could be. Right? That's what he wants to do, I think. Right, Jack?
He loves MGK, so there's a good.
Yeah, he loves
yeah.
those dudes.
I just think about that SNL bit with Timothy Chalamet, and
Oh my god.
you gotta watch that over. It's so good.
I haven't seen that. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Next week we'll be doing FF Volume 1 by Jonathan Hickman, Omnibus Volume 1. And then the following week on the 5th, we'll be doing Volume 2. Ladies?
Thank you, everybody, for joining. We look forward to having you next week, and I hope that you have a really great holiday season. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, comment down below if you're catching us later. Tell us what you thought about Nightwing Year One. You know, we have Redbubble, we have a Patreon through which you can vote for the Patreon pick every month that we choose, along with other things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like Amanda's pick for her birthday,
Mhm.
which is Fantastic Four by.
Yes, that will be on. The first part will be on my birthday.
That's right. You can't miss it. You gotta be there. It's her birthday. You know?
Yeah.
So that's how it is. That's your birthday present and Christmas present to her to check in with us next week for Fantastic Four.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all so much for watching. Everybody stay healthy. Have a wonderful holiday, Christmas, whatever you celebrate.
Yes.
I think you already said that,